Behind every narcissist's mask lies a fragile ego, and before every Sigma empath stands an unyielding fortress of authenticity. Queenly quest. Ever noticed how some people always seem to crave the spotlight, while others quietly exude confidence without seeking validation? That's the essence of the clash between narcissists and Sigma empaths. Narcissists thrive on admiration and control, painting a picture-perfect facade to mask their insecurities. On the flip side, Sigma empaths possess a deep sense of self-awareness and emotional depth, navigating life with a quiet strength that intrigues and unsettles narcissists. This relationship dynamic isn't just about personalities. It's a deep dive into what happens when superficial charm meets genuine authenticity. Understanding why narcissists are both drawn to and challenged by Sigma empaths unveils a fascinating exploration of human behavior, revealing layers of complexity beneath the surface of everyday interactions. Number 1. Energy reflection. Sigma empaths have this almost magical knack for reflecting negativity right back at its source. Picture this: a narcissist hurls their usual brand of toxic sludge at a Sigma empath, expecting the usual groveling or meltdown. Instead, what they get is like a cosmic boomerang. Every ounce of their nastiness comes right back at them, smack in the face. It's like watching someone try to spit into the wind and ending up drenched in their own mess. Here's the brutally honest, sass-infused truth. Sigma empaths don't just absorb and suffer in silence. Nope, they're like emotional gladiator, or Spartans, whichever you prefer, no judgment. When a narcissist tries to dump their garbage, a Sigma empath's inner radar goes off. They see it coming a mile away, deflect it with a cool, "Not today, Satan," and keep it moving. The narcissist ends up wrestling with their own inner demons, left wondering why their usual tricks aren't working. It's downright comical, really. The narcissist, all puffed up with self-importance, thinking they've got the upper hand, only to find themselves tangled in their own web of deceit. Meanwhile, the Sigma empath is casually sipping their coffee, mentally cataloging the narcissist's meltdown as just another Tuesday. It's a beautiful disaster, a perfect symphony of karma with the Sigma empath as the maestro and the narcissist playing the fool. Number 2, invisible defiance. Sigma empaths have this incredible skill for defying narcissists in ways that are practically invisible. It's like watching someone do ninja moves in broad daylight, subtle, effective, and completely baffling to the narcissist. These empaths don't need to scream or shout to make their point. Instead, they employ a quiet resistance that's as maddening as it is masterful. Imagine a narcissist strutting around thinking they're the puppet master, pulling everyone's strings. They expect dramatic pushbacks or tearful compliance, but when it comes to Sigma empaths, they get neither. Instead, Sigma empaths nod, smile politely, and then proceed to do whatever they damn well please. It's the ultimate agree to disagree taken to ninja levels. This invisible defiance drives narcissists up the wall. They're used to being the center of attention, controlling the narrative with their over-the-top antics. But Sigma empaths, they play a different game altogether. They don't get pulled into the narcissist's drama. They're like, "Oh, you want me to dance to your tune? Cute. Watch me waltz to my own beat instead." The best part? Narcissists can't handle it. They can't point a finger at anything concrete because the Sigma empath hasn't outright opposed them. They've just quietly sidestepped their control. It's like trying to grab smoke with your bare hands. By the time the narcissist realizes what's happened, the Sigma empath is already 3 steps ahead, calmly charting their own course. It's a beautiful blend of subtlety and strength that leaves the narcissist flailing, frustrated, and best of all, powerless. Number 3. Challenge to dominance. Sigma empaths don't give a flying fig about social hierarchies or pecking orders. Narcissists, on the other hand, live for this stuff. They need to be top dog, the big cheese, the king or queen of their own delusional castle. But when a Sigma empath strolls in, they throw a massive wrench into this grand scheme. Let's add some sass-filled scoop. Sigma empaths march to their own beat and couldn't care less about impressing anyone. They're not looking to climb any social ladders because they've already built their own damn staircase. This nonconformity isn't just a lifestyle choice. It's a direct threat to the narcissist's precious social order. Imagine a narcissist as a self-appointed monarch, strutting around their court expecting everyone to bow and scrape. Along comes the Sigma empath, who doesn't just ignore the narcissist's royal decrees. They don't even acknowledge them. They're too busy doing their own thing, living their best life and showing others that there's no need to play the narcissist's twisted game. This casual disregard is like nails on a chalkboard for narcissists. They thrive on obedience and fear, and when they don't get it, they spiral. A Sigma empath's mere existence challenges the narcissist's inflated sense of importance. The narcissist is left fuming, watching their so-called subjects take note of the Sigma empath's fearless independence and start questioning why they ever bowed down in the first place. It's like watching a playground bully get ignored by the new kid who just wants to swing on the jungle gym. The bully's power crumbles without an audience, and the Sigma empath? They're happily swinging away, oblivious to the chaos they've caused just by being true to themselves. It's a masterclass in unintentional anarchy, and the narcissist simply can't handle it. Number 4. Exposing fragility. Sigma empaths have an uncanny knack for seeing right through people, and when it comes to narcissists, they might as well have X-ray vision. Narcissists go to great lengths to build this grand facade of invincibility, confidence, and perfection. But Sigma empaths, they can see the cracks in that facade from a mile away. Oh, honey, when it comes to manipulating Sigma empaths, narcissists might as well be trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. It's just not gonna work. Here's the reality. When a narcissist encounters a Sigma empath, it's like they've been stripped naked in public. Sigma empaths don't even need to say much. Just their mere presence and perceptive nature are enough to make the narcissist feel exposed and vulnerable. It's like they've been walking around in a fancy suit of armor that turns out to be made of cheap tin foil. Picture a narcissist puts on their usual show, all puffed up and grandiose, expecting everyone to be dazzled. Then the Sigma empath strolls in, cool as a cucumber, and with one knowing look, it's game over. The narcissist's insecurities and fears are laid bare, and suddenly their bravado seems ridiculous. It's like watching someone swagger around in a cape, only for everyone to realize it's just a bath towel tied around their neck. Narcissists absolutely hate this because Sigma empaths aren't fooled by their antics. They see the narcissist's desperate need for approval, their fear of being insignificant, and their constant craving for admiration. And worse, they're not afraid to call it out, sometimes even with a touch of biting humor that leaves the narcissist reeling. Imagine the narcissist trying to impress a crowd with their tales of grandeur, only for the Sigma empath to casually drop a truth bomb like, "Oh, you did all that? Interesting. I heard it was more like this." Cue the narcissist's face turning beet red as their carefully curated image starts to crumble.
Number 5. Mirror of insecurity. Sigma empaths have this incredible ability to highlight the deepest insecurities of narcissists without even breaking a sweat. Narcissists spend their lives constructing this elaborate fantasy where they are the ultimate untouchable beings. Enter the Sigma empath, and that fantasy shatters like cheap glass. Sigma empaths are like human mirrors reflecting back the narcissist's true self. And guess what? Narcissists hate what they see. They're used to manipulating others into feeding their ego, but Sigma empaths don't play that game. Instead, they show narcissists their own insecurities, fears, and inadequacies just by being their authentic, confident selves. Picture a narcissist, always flaunting their so-called perfection, expecting everyone to admire their every move. Along comes a Sigma empath who sees right through the facade. The narcissist's bravado starts to look like a bad overacting job in a low-budget movie. The Sigma empath doesn't need to say much. Just their genuine self-assurance is enough to make the narcissist's false confidence crumble. It's like watching someone parade around in a flashy costume, thinking they're the star of the show, only for the Sigma empath to show up in regular clothes and steal the spotlight effortlessly. The narcissist suddenly feels like the kid who showed up to school in a superhero outfit on a regular day, out of place and painfully aware of it. Sigma empaths, with their deep understanding and emotional intelligence, subtly expose the narcissist's fragility. They don't buy into the narcissist's exaggerated stories or demands for praise. Instead, they might respond with a casual, "That's nice." But what about this other thing? Redirecting the conversation away from the narcissist's self-aggrandizement. It's like popping a balloon with a pin. The narcissist deflates, unable to maintain their inflated ego. Narcissists can't stand this reflection of their true selves. It's like someone holding up a mirror that shows all their flaws in HD, and there's no filter to hide behind. They see their neediness, their fear of being ordinary, and their desperate desire for validation glaring back at them. And the Sigma empath? They're just standing there, cool and collected, sipping their coffee, totally unfazed by the narcissist's meltdown.
Number 6. Lack of validation. Narcissists live for validation. They need constant admiration and praise like a plant needs sunlight. But Sigma empaths, they're not in the business of handing out gold stars. This mismatch drives narcissists absolutely bonkers. Sigma empaths don't play the validation game. Narcissists expect everyone to be their personal cheerleaders, showering them with compliments and boosting their fragile egos. But when a Sigma empath steps in, it's like turning off the applause sign in a comedy club. The room goes silent, and the narcissist is left standing there, waiting for the adoration that never comes. Imagine a narcissist strutting around, fishing for compliments with every move they make. They throw out stories of their so-called amazing accomplishments, expecting the Sigma empath to fawn over them. But instead, the Sigma empath might respond with a nonchalant, "Oh, that's cool, anyway," and shift the conversation to something actually interesting. It's like watching a peacock spread its feathers, only to have everyone yawn and look away. This lack of validation is a direct assault on the narcissist's ego. They're used to people feeding their need for admiration, and when that supply dries up, they don't know how to cope. It's like a junkie being cut off from their fix. They get irritable, desperate, and downright unpleasant. The Sigma empath's self-assured nature is a constant reminder to the narcissist of what genuine confidence looks like. While the narcissist is busy begging for scraps of praise, the Sigma empath is perfectly content in their own skin, not needing anyone's approval. This stark contrast makes the narcissist's neediness even more glaring and pathetic. Picture the narcissist, all puffed up and waiting for the Sigma empath to gush over them, only to be met with a polite but uninterested, "Good for you." It's the emotional equivalent of being handed a participation trophy when you're expecting an Oscar. The narcissist is left feeling deflated, their ego bruised and their sense of importance shattered. The Sigma empath's refusal to validate the narcissist's inflated self-image is like a bucket of cold water to the face. They're not trying to be mean, they just don't see the point in indulging delusions of grandeur. And the narcissist? They're left scrambling for a new audience, desperately trying to find someone, anyone who will give them the adoration they crave. Number 7. Emotional insight. Sigma empaths have this uncanny ability to read people like open books, and narcissists are no exception. Narcissists think they're masters of deception, hiding their true motives behind a facade of charm and confidence. But Sigma empaths, they see through that charade faster than you can say narcissistic supply. Here's the brutally honest, sass-filled truth. Sigma empaths have a sixth sense for BS. They can spot a narcissist's manipulative games from a mile away. While the narcissist is busy spinning their web of deceit, the Sigma empath is mentally cataloging every red flag. It's like a mental game of I Spy, except the Sigma empath wins every time. Imagine a narcissist launching into their usual routine, trying to charm and manipulate. They're laying it on thick, expecting their target to be dazzled. But the Sigma empath, they're not buying it for a second. They might listen politely, but behind those calm eyes, they're dissecting every lie and every exaggerated story. The narcissist thinks they're in control, but in reality, the Sigma empath is 10 steps ahead, already figuring out the narcissist's endgame. Narcissists hate this because their entire strategy relies on their targets being clueless to their true intentions. They need people to believe in their fabricated personas and to fall for their manipulations. But Sigma empaths, with their deep emotional insight, see right through the smoke and mirrors. They're like human lie detectors, sensing the narcissist's insecurities and hidden agendas with ease. Picture the narcissist telling a grandiose story. expecting admiration and awe. The Sigma empath listens, nods, and then hits them with a simple yet piercing question that cuts through the BS, like, "But why did you really do that?" It's a mic drop moment. The narcissist is caught off guard, scrambling to cover their tracks, while the Sigma empath looks on, unimpressed and unfooled. Number 8. Silent disruption. You know those silent farts that clear a room? That's basically what Sigma empaths do to narcissists' egos. They disrupt without making a sound. It's a skill that's as sneaky as it is effective, and narcissists absolutely hate it. Here's the sassy part. Sigma empaths don't need to shout or throw a tantrum to challenge a narcissist's dominance. They have this quiet confidence that speaks volumes without saying a word. While the narcissist is busy trying to be the loudest voice in the room, the Sigma empath is subtly undermining their authority just by being themselves. Imagine a narcissist holding court, expecting everyone to hang on their every word. They're making grand speeches, expecting nods of agreement and adoring glances, but then there's the Sigma empath, sitting calmly in the corner, radiating a presence that says, "I see through your BS." The narcissist might try to ignore them, but they can't shake the feeling that their usual tactics aren't working. This silent disruption drives narcissists up the wall because they thrive on attention and control. They're used to dominating conversations, making others feel small. But with Sigma empaths, it's like trying to wrestle with a ghost. They slip through their fingers every time. Picture the narcissist trying to assert their authority, only to have the Sigma empath quietly redirect the conversation or subtly challenge their assumptions. It's like trying to play chess with someone who's already 5 moves ahead. The narcissist's frustration mounts as they realize they're not as in control as they thought. Sigma empaths don't need to engage in power struggles or ego battles. They simply exist in their own truth. And that's what makes them so threatening to narcissists. The narcissist's inflated sense of self-importance starts to deflate in the presence of someone who doesn't play their game. Thanks, Queens, for watching. See you in our next video. Bye for now and God bless.